follow Sports View London.
Sports View London boxing news from the capital city with WBO world champion Joe Saunders. Bill just had the unfortunate news that you've had to withdraw from the April 30th show with a hand injury. Can you tell us the specifics of that, please?
Yeah, in the gym sparring about 10 days ago. Obviously, didn't want to pull out, but sparring, pushed my hand back. Wasn't. I thought first of all, I thought the worst because I've had a lot of hand injuries. I thought, oh, here we go again.
Was it the same hand, Bill?
I got two hands, and I've had two operations on both my hands, so it wasn't a break. You know, I went in there and he said you sprained it. You know, you can go to the doctors. He gave me a cortisone. He said don't punch anything for 3 weeks. But I was still in the gym ticking over. I thought maybe in a week's time I'll be all right. But I talked to Frank and the team, and there's no point rushing. He said 3 weeks. Give it 3 weeks. You know, it is what it is. If I go in there and, like I said this earlier on, if I went in there and I got beat by the better man on the night and I was 100% fit, I'd shake his hand afterwards and there'd be no regrets. But if I went in there not listening to a doctor's advice, medical advice, good medical advice, who looks like a Manchester footballer's hands, then I'm a fool to myself. So obviously I'm gutted, I'm off the show, but the show's still going on. Still good fight. Huey's supposed to be main headliner now. There's not a lot more else we can do.
And obviously you live wised on the front that you worked so from a young man boxing all your life basically, Bill, to get to a level now where you're at the pinnacle. You're a champion, world champion.
I'm world champion. It's not as though you know, this is me one shot and I'm never going to get a shot again. I'm not world champion. I'm in the driving seat, and there's no point taking stupid risks like that. There's just no point. So, yeah, listen, personally myself, I wanted to fight, and I was arguing with people saying like, arguing my point across the heart, it'd be alright, but face it, the doctors told me not to. Rick, God bless you, mate. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, see you, mate. So it's one of them things. I've got to listen to the medical advice. It's just necessary. I've got to do it because I'll be a stupid man if I didn't.
And quite possibly rule yourself out of big money fights.
Well, listen, 100%. Listen, not only that, I don't want to go in there. Perhaps I'll go in and beat with one hand. I know I could run a fact, and what I wanted to do is make a statement. Not go in there and bring a performance where everyone goes, oh, fucking hell, that was boring. That's no good. I like bringing excitement. I feel I do bring a bit of excitement to a fight. So I want to carry on doing that.
Bill, how will this affect things now? Will it be obviously the man's name on everyone's lips who fights on April 23rd is Golovkin. Yep. You and him have been mentioned in the same breath more than once. How will that affect things now? You can't punch for 3 weeks, so in effect, is that a 3 week?
No, listen, that's all it is. I've been off now for nearly 2 weeks, so next week I can start punching. Next week I can start punching, but that's too short of a time to try and cram my sparring in, my other stuff I need in. It's just not enough time. So I'm in training now. I'm ticking over. So the end of next week, I can start punching the bag with it, easing back into it, doing a bit of pads. Week after, back at sparring again. So it's no big major rush. I'll be ready for June, something like that, July anyway.
So basically, are we saying that obviously because of that injury, would it be a tune-up? And if Golovkin is going to happen, then Golovkin further down the line?
Well, look, it all depends. If they come back and say, look, there's your date for Golovkin, there's your money you're getting, there's your venue you're at, and it's set. That's it, it's set. I'm not one of these who gets into it, I'm ring rusty. I'm not. To be honest with you, the longer I have out, I think the better I perform. But you know, I'm a very weird individual like that. Nothing gets in my head like that. So I'm ready whenever it is.
You've openly said in the past, Bill, that their financial projections of what you would offer were inaccurate. If they did offer you the sum of money that you've set in your mind, would you travel to the States for that?
Look, I'll travel to the States, you know, for any other fight but Golovkin, let me tell you what. Because I know anybody else in the world, I know I can outbox them so superior they can't not give me the decision. If I went out and done it to Golovkin and beat him by 2 rounds, do you think that HBO is going to give me, or the judges are going to give it my way? Never in a million years. To beat Golovkin, you have to be very, very cute, very clever, you know, and one of these people that nothing gets to you, nothing gets in your mind. No matter what you say to me, even Tyson, for example, nothing gets in your mind. Nothing, no doubts get into my head. But what I'm very good at is putting doubts in other people's heads. Now, if I fight Golovkin, I want it in my own country. That's all I ask for, is in my country. If he can go to France and fight, why can't he come 20 minutes on the plane, half hour on the plane, fight me here? And he's got a chance to pick another belt up. He wants all of the belts. To want all of the belts, you've got to work. He's the most avoided fighter out there. So surely he can just get on a plane and come to England and fight me. He's going to get well paid, and I'll take less money to fight him in England. I've said that already.
Well, listen, I wish you all the best with your hand, and I hope it was very quick.
Thank you, man.
Thank you for your time, Bill.
Follow Sports View London.